Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be doing the setup for my Frankenplanner for the month of July. Last month, I think I went through it a little bit quickly, and I know I've got new followers every day, so I wanted to take a few extra minutes in this video to go through the process a little bit slower and explain things a little bit more as I go through the setup for my planner for July. So you guys, if you're not new to my channel, you know I'm a Frankenplanner. So what that means, though, if you're new to that term, is that you take, it can mean many things, but what I do is I take parts of several different planners and make one planner. So that also can mean I keep more than one planner in my main planner for the month, and I combine them, and then I rotate months in and out. What I like to do is keep the current one past month, current month, and one future month for each section in my planner. And the sections that I have are my catch-all, my social media, and then I have a hand lettering planner that I keep the ending part of from another year in here. You'll see that when we get to it. But that's what I use for my catch-all. And I also have a notes section in the back. And so when I say catch-all, but my Frankenplanner. So what I do is I start by setting up the new planner with the covers and the disc, and then I will just build it from there. And so, but before we get to that, I want to tell you what I've got in this stack right here. I will link my planner lineup video for this year down below in the description box so that you can refer back to that. That has more information on each planner. But what I do is my catch-all planner, I use these two planners. I have the Cat Lady planner, which is an older, outdated planner, but I loved the divider, or excuse me, the covers and the dividers, but I didn't want to have to redate the whole thing. I could have, because it's outdated. I could have redated it, but I was able to find a really good deal on some planners that were 18-month planners that were on clearance, and I literally got two of these for $5 each. So what I did is I picked those up, and then I can use the guts from this 2024 planner to fill in with the Cat Lady planner. And so these guts are, well, this is the old because I kind of switched them in and out, but like going into August, which we're going to add to our Frankenplanner for this month, I've got these pages that I can use, and they're not outdated. I don't have to redate, and it just works a lot better. Plus it's got the lighter fonts and everything, so that's what I like, and I wanted to use that. So that's the two planners that I use for my catch-all planner. My social media section, I'm going to move this over. We're going to add that to our planner for this month. But for my social media planner, I use the Miss Maker planner. This is a 2024 planner, but it's not the right layout. I liked the cover and the dividers and everything, and so but this layout is a checklist layout. Let me show that to you. Here's August is what I was looking for. So it is a neutral planner, but it's the checklist layout. And I don't want to use this for my social media, and so what I do is I will Frankenplan with another planner for 2024. Again, I got this really cheap. I got it on clearance, I think at Office Depot for like $5. The trick to that is that they're 18-month planners, and so I bought these at the beginning of this year, and so they were already outdated. Even though there was still a good year left in the planner, the first 6 months of the planner was outdated, and so they start going on clearance. So that's a good way to get some really good deals on planners and be able to Frankenplan very reasonably without spending a whole lot of money. So anyway, this is a monthly layout planner, and that's what I like to use for my social media. And so for this planner, it's the dashboard, monthly dashboard, and then the checklist here for each day. And it also has, you know, the monthly layout, and then it also has some note pages in the back. And so I like to take the guts of this one and Frankenplan into this one. So I remove these pages, add in these pages, and then I have a monthly layout and a Mistmaker planner, which is what I wanted to use for this year for my social media. And so it works out really well. So as I go through this, that's what you're gonna see. You're gonna see me taking out pages from here and there, and each section works a little different because, you know, these are 2 current planners, so I only need to use the pages. This is an outdated planner plus a current planner, so I used the divider in this planner because I want to Frankenplan onto this divider, so I have a good dated monthly layout, and so you'll see that too. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. I hope that explanation helped for those of you that are new to Frankenplanning and can get a better idea as I go through the setup of what I'm doing. So I'm going to go ahead and move a few things out of the way and pull out my new divider and disc, and we'll get started on that. One other thing I would like to mention before we get started is that these planners at the end of the year are full intact planners. So this is my Catchall Planner, and so each month the old month goes back into this planner, and then the new months are taken out. And so at the end of the year, this will be a full 12-month planner that will be stored on my shelf. And then this would be just some extra pieces and pages that I could either break down and keep parts of, or give away, or do something else with. But that's how that works. And so, and for each, you know, during each month, I keep what I call, I just call it my planner, but it includes all of these things. And so I switch out the cover every month, the disc every month, and then the insides get transferred around and moved over. And so that's the process that you're about to see. But before we get started, or before you see all that, we're gonna have to set up the new planner. I decided to use this month a new cover that I got from Live Love Posh. It is not in stock right now, but it does say on the website that it's restocking soon. This is the deluxe cover. There's different styles available, so be sure to kind of pay attention to that, because this black one is the quilted, I think it's called. And then there's like a croc design, which has like that alligator texture, I guess you'd call it. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get this out of the plastic. It's gonna be a little bit noisy, so let me do that real quick. When you order these from Live Love Posh, the deluxe covers, they do come in this canvas bag, which is cool. It's got, you know, something nice that you can use to store things or use for, you know, different purposes. But I'm going to go ahead and set this aside. And then in here, you're going to have some tissue paper just to kind of protect everything. This is new. I haven't used it yet. With these deluxe covers, one thing that I like about them is that they're real sturdy. So they're a little bit trickier to get put together. Not hard, but I'll show you that. So they're real sturdy on the disc. There's a snap closure and there's a pin loop here. You also have pockets inside. This is an inside pocket as well. And then they're very sturdy. They're not going to be flexible or bend or anything like that in comparison to one of the covers I'm using right now. This one is actually a deluxe Happy Planner cover, which is a little bit different. It's still really nice. Love the feel of it. It has a pocket on the inside too, if you can see that. But it is a little bit more flexible, which isn't a bad thing. Sometimes I like to have a little bit more of a flexible planner. Sometimes you have, you know, more sturdy covers. And so nothing wrong with either one, just, you know, just depends on what you like. So what I do to get started is I take my disc, which I store on these binder rings. These are, you can find these on Amazon. Also at the Dollar Tree, I noticed that they started selling them again. You can get a pack for like $1.25. The Amazon is a better deal because you get more for the money, I think. But you want to use a big enough one. I think these are like 1 1/4. I can't remember exactly the size. I do have a set linked in my Amazon storefront that is a size that I use, but I think that's this size, but the ones at the Dollar Tree seem to be a tad bit bigger, which that's okay. You just need enough room to store the disc on them and be able to close it. Anyway, so what I do is I keep them on here, and then I keep them in my canister so all the colors stay together. I don't have to dig and find colors. Normally I just put one color disc on my planner, but today, because it's the 4th of July for the month of July, I wanted to kind of switch it up just a little bit and use some red, white, and blue disc, and then the black covers. I think that'd be really pretty. I may go back after the 4th of July week to switch out the disc, but who knows, we'll see. I may or may not, but for now I want to do this because I just want to see what it's going to look like, and I think it would be really pretty. So I'm going to go ahead and take off a few of each of these. I don't know how many I'll need of each, so we'll take off, well, I guess 3 because there's 9 discs, right? So we'll need 3 of each color. I have a lot of blue disc. I was able to find these discs at, well, they were on a planner that I found on really cheap clearance, and I really liked the discs, so I bought the planner, and then I found another one on clearance, and so I went ahead and bought another one because that way I'd have enough for a big notebook or planner if I ever wanted to use it. So that's why I had extra of those. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and move these out of the way. They're a little bit noisy. See, that's a bigger ring as well. I don't know if you can see that, but the one that the blue's on is on a bigger ring. So they come in all different sizes. Okay, I think I have enough of these out. So let's start with red. So like you saw, that wasn't hard to put on. You can do 2 at a time, but I like, for these thick ones, I like to do just 1 and then just do each, you know, 1 at a time. So we're just gonna go red, white, and blue. So I start with my covers and disc, as I mentioned before, and then we start building it by moving over sections at a time. So what we do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm pulling from this over to the side. Okay, this is my current June planner. So I'm going to go ahead and just pull from it what I need. I start with the catch-all section, and it's just the name page and the perpetual calendar I used for birthdays. So we're gonna go ahead and start with that. Okay, hang on just a second. There we go. It was not laid flat. That's why that was hard to pull out. So I'll start with that section first. I do like the red, white, and blue. I think it's really pretty too. Then I use dividers from Live Love Posh. They're just clear tab top dividers. They make them both ways, side tab or top tab, but I use these because they're just clear and they separate each section, so it's easy for me to grab and flip back and forth in my sections in my planner. So this is going to be the first section. Like I said, it's the catch-all. May is the first month that's in here because it's the previous month from June. This section is going to get completely pulled out and put back in the Cat Lady Planner because this is where it gets stored until the end of the year. So I'm going to go ahead and pull over all the way through to May, put this section in. I still need to fill that out. I'll have to hold that. I'm going to keep this out so I don't forget, but while I'm in here, I'm going to go ahead and pull out the next month, which is going to be August, because we're setting up July's planner, so August is going to be the next month. So I'm going to pull that out, and I'm going to leave this like this and set it aside so that I'll remember to go back and fill that in. So I'm going to go ahead and put August in the planner. So now I can pull my next month out of this planner, which is June. So it's going to now be the previous month instead of the current month. So we're going to pop this in here. And you can typically pull 1 full month out at a time. If you Frankenplan a lot and add in different pages, then you would need to do it in sections, but it usually works 1 month at a time. So that's the June month. So that's the July currently page. That's why you see July right there. So now we're going to go ahead and pull the month of July over that I've already put in here. So it includes 2 dividers and the pages, and I'll show you what I mean. So July divider for the Cat Lady Planner is this the foiled cats. And this is the divider for the planner that I am Frankenplanning from, which will get this tab will get cut off. If you can see that, this tab will get cut off, and then I'll use tape runner to Frankenplan these two together, so then you have, you know, a front and a back. And so that's what I meant earlier when I said I used the full section, including the divider, for this planner. And then here's the guts that came from that planner. So now I have August next, and then here's where I need to do a little bit more to this month to get it set up. So I really actually don't need these pages, so I'm going to take those back out. And then from this planner, I'm going to go to the month of August, not this one, because remember it's an 18-month planner, so we're going to go into 2024. And I can go ahead and pull the whole section because I want all of these pages plus the divider. And then I'm going to go ahead and put these pages back into this planner because I'm just going to store them here. I may or may not use them, but they're there in case I want to. So now we are done with this planner until next month when I pull September. So we go ahead and put this in to our planner, and it will go with this divider and be for August. So the next section, as I mentioned previously, I like to include my social media planning. I'll use the next top tab divider to make that distinction. And then I pull in the name pages, which I don't really use for anything other than the name page. I don't use the perpetual calendar, but I keep it all together. And so from here, we're going to go ahead and grab the May section and put it into the Miss Maker planner, which is the planner I chose for this year. And while we're in here, we're going to go ahead and grab the full month out for August. And so we're finished with this one. And I'm going to go ahead and put the, actually I'm going to hold August to the side just for a second. Let's go ahead and move June over from our current planner. So now, like I said before, that's our previous month. And then July will be our current month. And then August is going to come from the Miss Maker planner. So we're going to go ahead and move the divider. And then from this planner, I am using the monthly layout pages. And so I'm going to find the August tab, which is right here. So I don't need this divider because I already have one for 2020. Actually, that's dirty. Oh, something's gotten on it. So I could Frankenplan this with that. I'm going to hold off on that just for showing you guys how I do all of this. I might pull this in and Frankenplan it to that if I decide to later when I get to decorating that. But for now, I don't do that. I leave this in this planner, and then I pull out the monthly pages that go with August. And then I put that whole section here. And now I have the monthly layout section to go with that divider. And then for this, I go ahead and put it back in, because remember it had the checklist layout. I go ahead and put it back in the monthly layout planner that it started originally as monthly layout. So now when I get finished with this planner for the year of 2024, it's going to be a full checklist layout planner, but it'll just be outdated. So that could still be used. Covers, dividers, disc can all be used, even though you're kind of mix and matching pieces. So I keep all of that usually. Sometimes I'll get rid of the papers inside, but I usually keep all the dividers, disc, and covers for extra pieces that, you know, when I want to change things up. So that is, that we're finished with this planner now. And then the last sections that I move in from my planner are, well, it's a couple of things. I go ahead and move over my 2022 hand lettering section. I've explained before in prior videos, but I'll go ahead and tell you in this video too that I started a hand lettering planner in 2022 and used the monthly layout for gratitude and decorated it. It was I loved doing this, you guys. It was really fun. And I learned how to hand letter. So I hand lettered things I was thankful for each day on the monthly. And on the weekly, I would decorate it. And then I would use my lettering pens brush pens to hand letter quotes and scriptures that went along with the theme for the decorations. And a lot of times that was inspired by like different days of the month. And so like this is World Teacher Day, so it was all about teaching. And then I got distracted, you guys. At the end of that year, I didn't finish the weekly layouts. I've got everything decorated, but I don't have them all filled in. I do have the currently pages done because I would do a Bible verse on that, and then I would do the monthly pages. I kept those up, but each month, or excuse me, each week still needs to be done. So my plan is to take this on vacation with me when I go in August and try to get a lot of it finished up. But for now, so that I don't forget about it, I keep it in my planner. So that's what we're gonna move over now. And I use a divider to separate the sections. And then I have the October, November, and December sections that I can move over and keep them in this planner. So I go on vacation in August, so that'll be a good time, I think, to take, you know, some time to, you know, just hand letter and some downtime and quiet time. You'll notice that in most of them, I have these little pages here. And that's just where I had already picked out my colors, because sometimes that took longer than decorating it, just finding the right pens to use. And so I've already got that, so I can take the exact right pens that I need, and it'll be fun. So I'm excited about that and kind of looking forward to it. So let's go ahead and finish this, moving this section over, and then I'll tell you about the last section. It's just note pages. I keep just a variety of note pages in the back of my planner so that I can use them to make lists and write down things, and you know, I don't want to have to dig through my whole stash to find different ones. And so I just keep a variety in here, and sometimes I switch it up, but not usually. So I'm going to go ahead and move these pages over, and probably we'll skip through that part really quickly. Alright, so now these items can be put back into my stash. I have a little booklet of sticky notes, and I've got all my discs stored like I showed you. I keep all my covers together, and so all of that can be put away. I did pull this little page of sticky notes out to keep in the front of the planner for this month. I like to switch that up sometimes. And this is just from Happy Planner. I bought it on clearance, either on their website or at a store, I'm not quite sure, but you can find a lot of clearance on their website, a lot of older products that they just don't sell. And so I like to take advantage of those sales and find, you know, some different things that I normally wouldn't find in the stores nowadays. But anyway, so this is my setup for the month of July. I really love how it's turned out with the red, white, and blue on the black covers. And I hope you do too. I hope you enjoyed seeing the process, and if you did, go ahead and hit that like button down below. And if you haven't taken the time to subscribe to my channel, I'd greatly appreciate you doing that now. And if you turn on that notification bell, it will notify you of future videos so you don't miss them. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. We'll see you next time. Bye.